fans, welcome back to the frozen tundra and the latest sneak peek of Plants vs. Zombies 2. We're here to talk about Frostbite Caves Part 2, and I've brought Jason and John along. Let's get started in the demo.
Hey, this is Jason. Excited to get back into Frostbite Caves Part 2. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, I recognize that from Frostbite Caves Part 1. That's Gargantuar.
Yep, and if you've beaten Gargantuar, then you're ready to move on to all the new content that we have in Frostbite Caves Part 2. So if I scroll through here, you'll see there's some new plants along the way, and also there's our new challenge zone, the Icebound Battleground. I'm sure there's no shortage of zombies there to give you the cold shoulder.
Great.
Moving ahead, at level 30, there's a Zomboss encounter to look forward to that is very different in Frostbite Caves, so please be looking forward to that. But for now, I want to jump into a level where we've set up that has some of the new plants, some of the new zombies to show off that interaction for you. So I'm going to start with some old standbys. Of course, there's the sunflower and the walnut. I'm going to bring in an iceberg lettuce and also a lightning reed. So now I'm going to take some plants that are familiar first off in the first part of Frostbite Caves, the hot potato, and then two new ones. We have the stunnion and the rutabaga. So let's grab these guys and go.
There are those slider tiles.
So if you've played Frostbite Caves Part 1, you know that these slider tiles are going to move zombies in the direction that the tiles indicate, which is a great opportunity to show off our first new plant, the rutabaga, and I'll start by planting him next to each one of these slider tiles. Yes, rutabaga can hit in all four directions on the diagonals, and because he's next to the slider tiles, he's going to hit the places that the zombies will get redirected to and not be in danger himself. So this is really a great way of using the slider tiles to your advantage.
Now what about that ice block?
In any other world, if I put down this iceberg lettuce, this would be enough to stop him. But in Frostbite Caves, these zombies are immune to freezings, which is why we need our newest plant, the stunnion.
That looks like a tough blast.
Yeah, that is a breath that you will not soon forget. I don't think this zombie's gonna get a second date. Now, we've got some other new threats coming in here, so maybe let's try and put down some walnuts to see if this is gonna stop this.
Yeah, I recognize those ice blocks. I saw some in Frostbite Caves Part 1, but now they're moving.
Well, if you see over on the side, we have a new zombie, which is the Troglodyte, who is shoving these ice blocks along, and he just crushed our walnut.
Wow.
These are bad news.
That's like a Gargantuar just destroying plants.
Yes, and they also will block the slider tiles if they reach contact with them. So we have our hot potato, which, as you'll see here, makes short work of these ice blocks. And since they're bad news, you're going to want to get rid of them as quickly as possible.
Those imps don't have a chance with our rutabaga.
And neither will the troglodytes, thanks to our stunnion.
That's great. How many zombies does stunnion affect?
He will hit in an area that's in front of him, so if you time it right, you can stun a whole group of zombies.
What's coming now?
This is one of our new zombies. She is called the Weasel Hoarder, and I think we're about to see why.
He's like a cat lady with weasels.
You'll notice these weasels just jumped over these slider tiles and went straight for our back row. And there goes another one. These are pretty bad news, which is why I brought along the lightning reed, because this is a great opportunity to make very short work of these weasels.
Just like the chickens.
Just like the chickens, only more dangerous because they will ignore the slider tiles and go straight across them.
So if you didn't have lightning reed, you should go back to west.
Yes, and that would be a great investment for you to get through these upcoming levels.
Another victory. Great work, John.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Thanks so much, fans, for hanging out with us for the latest sneak peek into Frostbite Caves Part 2. We can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye. This is a chisel. This isn't even a snowball.